try to watch One Piece, and the kids, well, what about Haikyuu? And like, okay, we'll stop and watch Haikyuu. Like, what about this? And what about My Hero Academia? So we're making our way through it. It's a great show, though.
And was there a moment where y'all, I guess, realized, oh my gosh, this is pretty big. This is getting bigger than maybe I imagined.
I think the live action adaptation was kind of a clue for me.
Yeah, and the pandemic really is what happened. I think a lot of us firmly believe the pandemic is what gave One Piece the boost in America. People didn't have anything to do, and so they were like, this is the time. This is when I will catch up. And I feel like that happened at the same time as One Piece was suddenly on Netflix, and then the live action happened. So it all kind of piled on top of each other, and now it feels like we're all caught up together. And more often than not, when people come to my table, they're saying they're not fully caught up, which did not used to be the case. I think you can tell that there's a difference now.
Absolutely. And what would you say was the key to finding your voice for your characters?
I don't remember. That's the honest answer. I was with Mike McFarland, and I had auditioned for a different character and was approved for a different character. I think I might have been the first actor that was approved by the Japanese to play Sanji, oddly enough. Yeah, no, this is true. And there were a few other shakeups, but I was on tour a lot in those days, and so the higher-ups at Funimation got nervous that part was too big. So then Mike had to, like, on the fly, think of another part that I could play, and it ended up being Lucci because he wasn't appearing. It was, less regular of appearances. So
that's the first I've ever heard of this. This is where
you know this story.
You hear first.
Well, no, and you know that Eric Dale did 2 test episodes.
Yeah, he did.
As Luffy.
Yeah.
Okay, so but part of this whole like shakeup was my touring schedule and me not being able to play Sanji. That shuffled things around, I think.
That would have been so difficult.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So the Lucci voice was like, I thought I was playing a different character, and I went in, and so did he. And so we were just on the fly, like, okay, deeper, a little more raspy. Okay, perfect. He doesn't talk much, so like, just keep it cool.
That's so cool. Well, we just heard some inside scoop.
Yeah,
I never knew that. You heard it here, Nashville. Well, we will be opening up the mic for the Q&A portion. So if you have any questions, this is your moment. Feel free to start lining up. We have our first brave person here. I love it.
Just be careful because Johnny will hijack the conversation. He just talks too much. So if you could just not direct anything toward him.
Good luck shutting him up.
Just call him out.
Direct all your questions to Johnny, and then he can pass it on to us if you want.
I have a question for Chris, and it's actually not it's about Vegeta, and I wanted to know what you thought about his redemption arc and how it inspires other redemption arcs in other animes.
I've never been asked that question before, which is shocking because I've been asked every question. I don't know how. I know that Dragon Ball inspired kind of all the other anime, and I think there haven't been too many other shows that have captured that same redemption arc that Vegeta has. So it's pretty remarkable, especially at the time. I know it certainly inspired me, and it certainly inspired everyone who's watched Dragon Ball, because once you watch that episode, you're like, oh, now Vegeta is my favorite character. So I know it was a big moment. I'm glad you and I share it.